guys, it's 21 Maxwell here with another TNA Making an Impact video. Today is our May pay-per-view. It is TNA Sacrifice, the last pay-per-view before the next big one that TNA has, which is Slammiversary. So we have a really stacked card here. Hopefully, there's a lot of good matches here, a lot of good ratings. I hope you guys do enjoy the show, and hopefully it gives you a little idea of the direction we're looking to go in the next couple of weeks on the road to Slammiversary. We're looking for another blockbuster attendance here, hopefully getting round about 14,000. Let's crack on with the show, and hopefully it's a good one. So, not quite the attendance we're looking for, but 13,139 in the DCU Centre. And opening segment is really just a hype video. I like to do these all the time, highlighting our two big matches tonight. Our number one contendership match for the TNA Championship between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, and our number one our championship match between the champion Fergal Devitt and the number one contender Ram. So basically just a hype video for them, even though it's come down as a kind of sports entertainment segment. But A92 it starts the show off strong, makes the crowd get hotter. Jericho comes across like $1,000,000, and the storyline between him and AJ Styles has advanced and gained heat. We had a few worker improvements here. Fergal Devitt and AJ Styles both learning to show more charisma, and Fergal Devitt also improving his acting skills. Our opening contest is for the X Division Championship, and it was a decent match that had Jay Lethal defeat Arhennis in 13-19 by pinfall with a flying elbow drop. Jay Lethal now becomes the X Division Champion. I just felt like we're not doing a lot with Jay Lethal. He is a former X Division Champion, so I thought let's bring him back to this division. Let's put him over Arhennis and hopefully develop a few workers alongside Jay Lethal. So a C+67 is not bad considering these two don't click, and it made it an awkward bout. And this with Arhennis off his game as well. It got the crowd hotter. Lethal with a 70 performance and Arhennis with a 48. Well, hopefully with Jay Lethal being this kind of athlete can bring some prestige back to the X Division Championship. Arhennis improves performance skills in this one. A few negatives just for the luchador and of course the worker chemistry in this instance. But a new champ, Jay Lethal. Next up, we just have a little segment here. So it's going to be Adam Cole, of course, versus Kenny Omega. And it's just Kenny Omega saying to both the Young Bucks, we're friends and all that, but please just stay out of my business tonight. I'm going to kick the crap out of Adam Cole and show the BC is for life. And that is a B-72 segment there. No negatives. Next up, we have the Women's Championship match before that, and it was about that had some subpar wrestling and little heat, and it saw Ali get the better of Tanya in 10-14 with a fast roll-up, making the first defence of the Knockouts Championship. Disappointing, this was only a D46. Ali with a 39 performance and Tanya with a 45, so not their best work, that's for sure. It's a case of both ladies holding back here, and the inconsistency of Ali, but she wins again, as we look to hopefully build her up as a decent champion. Next up, that match finally happened, and it was about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and it saw Kenny Omega defeat Adam Cole in 13-30 by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. The B-73 is not bad considering where both these guys are at the moment. Adam Cole slowed down by his injury, still got a 72 performance to Kenny Omega's 58. So again, a case of building Kenny Omega up in this save. The BC storyline advances, it'll probably end here. No skill improvements, negatives there, just Adam Cole's motivation and working injured. Next up, it was the Tag Team Championships on the line, and it was a decent matchup that saw Brian Cage and Mike Bennett defeat Rey Mysterio Jr. and Phoenix in 12:02 when Brian Cage defeated Phoenix by pinfall with a pump handle facebuster. Brian Cage and Mike Bennett become your Tag Team Champions. Phoenix was a weak link though. I just felt like, as much as it was good to give the championships to Mysterio and Phoenix, their opponents are on an absolute tear at the moment. They're on a great run, and I just feel like it just adds more depth to the division. It protects them, it makes them look dominant, and the baby faces can then chase them. Great matchup, B-75 I'm delighted with. Great, excellent chemistry between the champs now. Phoenix with 50, Mysterio with 72, Mike Bennett 74, and Brian Cage with 61 continues the storyline and gains it some heat. No skill improvements, and negative wise, inconsistencies for both Brian Cage and Phoenix. And after this, we basically have a promo from the champs now, just showcasing their dominance, just saying they're the best tag team in TNA. Now, it won't be long until one of them is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, so it's C+69 there. Next up, we've just got a hype video documenting the dominance of the national champion Shibata, which gets a C+70 before his title defense tonight. And it's another matchup between him and Ricochet, and it was about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Shibata defeats Ricochet again in 10:35 by stoppage because Ricochet, the challenger, could not continue. Shibata makes the 10th defense of the national championship. A B79 is fantastic. Ricochet with 61 to Shibata's 75. The champ remains dominant. No skill improvements in this instance. Negatives here, the inconsistency of both guys, but they put on a show tonight, and delighted with that. Next up, we had a tag team match between the American Wolves and the Decay, and it was about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd as the Decay defeated the American Wolves in 10:55 when Abyss defeated Davey Richards by pinfall with a black hole slam. Crazy Steve was a weak link here, struggled to keep up with everyone else's solid performances, but a B-75 is a good matchup here. Rosemary doing some good work at ringside. Edwards with a 75, Richards with an 80. Crazy Steve with a 48 and a 67 for Abyss. No worker improvements there and a few negatives there for Abyss, but overall a good matchup, which then leads to this. Out of nowhere, from the back, returning to beat down the Decay and chase them off, Jeff Hardy, who was abducted a couple of weeks ago, and he is back with a broken man. Matt Hardy is back as well, and they rushed around to chase off the Decay. A C-55. The Hardy storyline has started here. Few negatives there, but Matt Hardy will do the complete turn there instantly. He is a charismatic enigma like his brother, which was average, and the turn was a complete success. So Matt Hardy is back. Broken Matt has been away for 6 months, and he is back. So after Jeff Hardy took him out of TNA completely, he's come back with Jeff 6 months later. But why? Stay tuned for that one. Next up, we have the issue, obviously the challenge from Stu Barrett. He said he wanted to face anyone at this pay-per-view. He wants a challenge within this company. So he is a C66 promo here. That Bobby Roode came out and said he'll be that guy that faces him. This led to a good match that saw Stu Barrett defeat Bobby Roode in 13:34 by pinfall with the fallen object. C65, it's not great, but it's okay. Bobby Roode with 71, Stu Barrett with 67. Both men gain a skill, Stu Barrett in Rumble and Bobby Roode in Performance. There's going to be a few negatives here, obviously booking decisions, but I did want to try and get Stu over until we find something good for Bobby Roode to do. Next up, we had the #1 contendership match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and it was an exceptional matchup that saw Chris Jericho and AJ Styles draw in 2028 following a double countout. B-77, that's okay considering it's TNA, they're not going to be as over as it would be in WWE. Jericho is visibly tiring towards the end of this match. Jericho with 79, Styles with 76. The storyline advanced but lost heat. No skill improvements here, a few negatives and booking decisions and both men's declining physical ability. But it leaves the question, who is the #1 contender? So after this they have a heated confrontation because they can't decide who is going to be champ, but they don't come to blows as they head to the back, which was an A-star 96. Jericho's performance was good and the storyline gained a bit of heat. Just the one negative, there was storyline's low heat, which is a bit of a strange one. This leads us into our main event, which was an exceptional matchup as well, and it saw Fergal Devitt defeat Bram in 21:14 by pinfall with the double knee gutbuster. Fergal Devitt makes the 7th defense of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. So a B83 there, match deserved better colour commentary. Devitt with an 86, Bram with a 77, and the Y2 AJ storyline advances with us, because both of these men are in it. Bram improving his flying skills. Negatives here, just the commentary. Another good attempt there for Bram to become champ, but I feel like Devitt has to continue on, and hopefully as well, a really good promising contender out of Bram here. And we end the show. The champ is Fergal Devitt. He's posing with the championship. AJ Styles comes in to beat him up to show that he wants to become #1 contender. But then Chris Jericho makes the save and helps Fergal Devitt from AJ Styles. AJ's on the outside. Devitt is struggling. Jericho just stands on pointing at the championship. So who is going to be the new #1 contender? We will decide that in the next few weeks. But a solid A95 to end the show there. AJ Styles coming across pulling the segment. Jericho came across well. The storyline advances and gains a little bit of heat. We end the show with a B+84, probably our highest rating I'd like to think so far with TNA. It's a good rating there that I'm delighted for. As I say, we just need to build up a few more wrestlers to get to the level we want them to get to. But increasing our pop in every region that we're in, and I think in this instance we'll give props to Fergal Devitt, give it to Bram, and I think we'll go with a good performance to Shibata. So pointing them out as good examples. All three are pleased. Oh, Shibata's just happy. I just felt like, a good performance there. We're still building a lot of guys up, and hopefully we can get them to where we want to get them to. So look here and see if anything directly affects us. NXT feuding against a lot of companies. Ring of Honor get Rhino, and TNA Sacrifice really struck gold with the show, so that's good to see. Rebecca Knox is now signed, so again, if we can get a name for her, she'll make her debut this week on Impact. Rey Mysterio needs a couple of wins. 0.50 buy rate and 0.05 on TV, and Fergal Devitt doesn't really like Crazy Steve. So a lot more surprises are coming up in the next few weeks. As I say, that's one in the case of Rebecca Knox. There'll be another couple on the way. Sometimes they're just wrestlers you need to sign, and they just make perfect sense for storylines. So maybe one day we might see a draft at one point, or we may try and get Impact extended to 3 hours just to get more people on the show. But again, making good money, making profit. And the size, Midwest is over where we need it to be. It's getting the rest of these up to that level. Right, if we look just now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 over 60 at the moment, or 60 or over. We can get those 8 to 65, then we will become national champion. A national champion, national company. But as I say, we need to be getting over 67s. We're still knocking that out of the park. So it's a case of just expanding globally, and then hopefully making our way to the likes of Mexico, Japan, Europe, and of course Australia and New Zealand. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you as always for watching. It's deeply appreciated. If you enjoyed the show, if you could leave a little thumbs up, that's deeply appreciated. Any shares as well, deeply appreciated. As any comments regarding the series, regarding your own saves, let us know how you're getting on. Is there anything you'd have booked better? Let me know what you've done. Any predictions for the Slammiversary card as well? See if you'd like to put them in as well. And as I say, yeah, thanks as always for watching. It's deeply appreciated. And as always, the usual shout outs to the Grey Dog Software Forum. Check it out for a lot of neat stuff there. And the Fantasy Bookers subreddit. So check them out, guys. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you next time as we are now on the road to TNA Slammiversary. Take it easy. Bye bye.